Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of May 23rd. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aries, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Aries. Now I am using the Tarot Muka deck as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. I'd also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, but more importantly, hitting the like button does ensure that other people who may need to hear these messages have an opportunity to hear the message. All right. Make sure everything is in view here. Go ahead and put this up here, and then we'll also take three oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right, so Aries, you have a card that many people have been getting here in this week, which is the Seven of Wands energy. We'll talk about that more as we go along. There's something that happened in the workplace or within your marriage. I know it's very very different things, but there's something here that there's something that has changed in those areas, and it will depend on what situation you find yourself in. I have people that come to my readings for both love messages and career and finance, so it depends. But there's been a big change in one of those areas for you if this reading is for you. And the future here is really looking like you figuring out what the next step will be for you to take. And I'll tell you what's going on there, because really the only obstacle standing in your way in the future is you. And that is a very good problem to have, because you can easily work through that. And so let's go ahead and let's see what we have here. So in the overall situation, you have this Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a major card of competition in one's life. This person is standing on the mountain. They are defending their position here. And you can't tell, but there are people holding these wands, and they are coming after this person. They want what they have. And the reason being is because this person here, standing their ground, has been a major success. They've achieved the Six of Wands, which is a big victory, and now they need to hold on to what they have. And what's really an important reminder when you get the Seven of Wands is that it is totally okay to be successful. Okay, many people in this lifetime are afraid of success, and there's nothing wrong with you exceeding expectations and doing well in this lifetime. And that's something that I want to remind you of, particularly if you're here and you're dealing with workplace competition. There may also, however, be competition in your love life as well. So the reason being here is in the past, you have heavy energies of the Tower and the Hierophant. However, the Tower is really a blessing in disguise, and I'll talk about why in a second. But really, the Tower if you were to distill the Tower down to one word, it would be upheaval. And the Hierophant would be tradition. And so the Hierophant is very closely associated here with marriage or your workplace, your traditional 9-to-5 job. Okay, and so we have upheavals happening in these areas for you. And the thing is, and by the way, this has happened already. This is in the past, so I'm not forecasting this for the future. I'm saying this has already happened. Okay, and so there's been a change here for you in one of those areas. However, this Tower, if you've heard if you've watched my videos before, you can see that these people are falling from the Tower. But take note, there are no doors here on this Tower. They had no way of getting out of the Tower before. And so really, this is a blessing in disguise, because it takes them out of a situation they were previously trapped in. And so it's like, for example, if you were in a marriage and it wasn't going well, guess what? Yeah, there may be a change, there may be an upheaval, but is that really a bad thing? Did it need to be shaken up? Maybe, it's like maybe there's a new boss at work And it's like, that's scary, but did you really even like your old boss? Like, did you really even like the old boss, Or, maybe there's been a restructuring of some sort and you go to a new department and it's like, well, did you even really like where you worked in the first place? Maybe there's this new friend or colleague in the new department that is like, you may learn something from them or whatever the case may be. So it's like, there's been changes in these areas, but I think that there's this silver lining energy of success is the word that's coming forward, but also because you have this energy here of you being successful and now standing your ground, but also a silver lining in that this may be a blessing in disguise. In the future, you have the Eight of Swords and you have the Two of Wands here. So the Eight of Swords person is really somebody who is sort of blindfolded to what is going on around them. And the thing about the Eight of Swords, and this is, I need to stress this, there's nobody, nobody has put this person, nobody has put the blindfold on this person. Okay, they have restricted themselves using their thoughts. It's really about self-imposed restrictions and getting bogged down by self-limiting beliefs. When you get the Eight of Swords, because you can see that they are trapped in this sword imprisonment here. And so that's a good problem in that you are the one that can fix it, right? And so nobody else's free will is involved here, typically, when you get the Eight of Swords. You do have the Two of Wands next to it, which is about research, planning, and discovery. They're holding the world in their hand. And, they're realizing that there is a whole world, there's a whole ocean in front of them. And so the Two of Wands is really a nice energy of like research, planning, discovery, figuring out where you want to go, movement, choices, decisions, making a choice between two wands or two paths or two opportunities. And in order for you to maybe make the best choice, and I'll be interested to see how we clarify in the future position here, but it's removing this blindfold so that you are ready and you are ready to arm yourself with knowledge. So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. So you have the King of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, you have the Three of Wands, and you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, definitely like to see this. This is a major blessing in disguise for you. Okay, so for some of you, there's been a restructuring at your workplace. Some of you have gotten a new boss or a new authority figure, a new leader. You have this King of Swords here, which is an authority figure, boss. Somebody won't take an emotional interest in you, but will help you get from point A to point B. In their detriment, they can be somebody who abuses power. I almost get this feeling that someone was removed. I don't think it's you. I think somebody was removed from their position or something like that. Again, this may have this is a change, but I think ultimately it's good, especially because next to it you have the Nine of Cups, which is about a wish fulfilled or a wish granted in your life. This is major happiness. This is emotional contentment, good times, good energy, even enjoying a little bit of luxury in life, enjoying a little bit of pleasures of life. That's for you if you're here on the work front. Now, if you're here on relationships, it's like, you may have like quite literally separated from an air sign. That's like if I'm just looking at it logically, but I also think that this King of Swords can just refer to potentially like going through a divorce proceeding. King of Swords can be somebody who is a lawyer or something along those lines, not legal advice, but that could be coming in. And on the other end, if you are in a relationship, it may mean that this person was kind of abusing their power, or maybe even I don't think like physically abusing. That's not what's coming forward. It's something else. It's something like they were taking advantage of you in some ways. And again, to be free from that situation is truly a blessing. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling for here. Now, in the future, you have more blessings because we see you here with this Two of Wands progressing to the Three of Wands. So the Two of Wands is, I always like to explain it this way. Two of Wands is like you writing out the itinerary for a trip, and the Three of Wands is you going on the trip. Three of Wands is adventure. It is exploration. It's going somewhere new. It is, again, looking out to the ocean and ready to conquer something. It is kind of taking something to the next level. It's in a major energy of excitement, growth, expansion. And this is a very exciting time for you. You also have this Ace of Cups here, which is new love potentially arriving in your life. Again, it's like, yeah, you're probably dealing with this situation here in the past with somebody that changed, but at the same time, does that open up, as the Tower happens, does that open up new energy for somebody else to arrive with this Ace of Cups? Or, is this, some type of new creative venture, some sort of new creative project? Remember, Ace of Cups can also just say that there's like new happiness arriving in your life in some ways. So let's go ahead and clarify here with these 3 oracle cards. I mean, look at this, right? So you have perfect timing, success, and yes. So perfect timing in the Tower is definitely something that I love to see, because Tower, it's like, it can just mean revelations. And when you have this with perfect Tower, or I'll say perfect Tower, maybe this is a perfect Tower moment. Perfect timing, it's like, this could be the shakeup that you need to create success. But I just see you being successful here anyway with the Seven of Wands. And you may even be saying yes to a situation or a person here as well at this time. Really like those oracle cards for you. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. So you have this Knight of Swords. You have the Five of Wands. And you have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so air signs here in the past showing up, or something relating to air with the King of Swords, Knight of Swords. But the Knight of Swords is really maybe somebody who is impulsive and a little bit destructive in their detriment. And again, we have this here with the Tower. It also is something that moves so quickly that it's chaotic. And so if it's not about impulsivity and destruction, this Knight of Swords is about something that happened very quickly for you, so quickly that you barely even had time to catch your breath. And, that could certainly be on the table for some of you here in the past with the Tower and the Hierophant, whether it's marriage or whether it's your workplace situation. It's like, whoa, this just happened. And now what? And again, I think I need to very much stress here that this is probably going to end up working out very well for you. With the perfect timing, success, yes, Ace of Cups, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands situation, you being successful here, the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, very good energy. Take advantage of this here to the best of your ability, which is what the Knight of Swords asks you to do. Take advantage of opportunities, seize the day. You have the Five of Wands, which is about conflict, competition. Again, another major energy of competition here. You have the 2 major ones. You can see the people here are sparring. But with the Seven of Wands as well, it's major competition. The Five of Wands, though, is typically about a conflict, more so than competition, but they go hand in hand. And so there is some type of there's some type of conflict and competition very heavy here, because look, it's in the same column with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands here. And so it'll be, for some of you, it'll be work. For some of you, it'll be in your relationship energy. You have this King of Pentacles here as well, somebody who's well off, well-to-do, and they've achieved a high status in their career life by showing up for themselves, really, by having healthy habits, solid routines. And they do, if there's something that makes the King of Pentacles successful, they do it over and over and over again until they reach the top. And so it is about sort of, if it's not broke, don't fix it type energy with the King of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. So you have the Six of Wands and you have the Four of Cups. I mean, listen, this is one of these readings that's just progression after progression after progression. So the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands, again, Six of Wands here showing up in the previous side in the past here. You've been successful, no question about it. 5, 6, 7 of Wands here, for sure. And we see you building on this as well in the future with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands progressing forward. Okay, and I have to stress that the reason you are dealing with this competition is because you are being successful, and I need to be very clear again that it's okay to be successful. It's really okay. The Six of Wands is exceeding expectations, which you are absolutely doing here. You have this Four of Cups here as well, which is like maybe needing to take a moment to recover your energy, but not stay there too long, because the Four of Cups can bring about boredom and apathy. However, if you can see here, there's a cup kind of coming out of nowhere from the universe, as you can see here, and that cup represents an opportunity that you want to be careful that you do not miss. And so I would say be careful of missing out on opportunities, because there certainly is one here in the future for you. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Emperor, major success. I keep saying it, I've said it 100 times in this reading, but the Emperor is an extremely good omen to find in a business or a career reading. It is big boss energy. It's the energy of being a leader, of being authoritative, of stability, of structure. Again, very good omen in career situations. It's a sort of energy of conquering. And, yeah, definitely very, very good. On the bottom of the deck here, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is amazing. Seeds energy, planting a seed here. You have two aces showing up with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like something's going to happen here and you'll never expect what it leads to. It's like this is going to lead to something very good that you've never expected. So, wow, Aries, incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.